Whoa. Wow. Hi everyone, SweetFace Tano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of this Infinite Coles project, SweetFace Killah. Yes, new debut album from rapper, singer, songwriter Infinite Coles, who dropped this very trim album toward the back end of last year. As a result, it's kind of taken me a minute to catch up to it. Now we are here. Before I get any further into the review, I should get out of the way. Infinite Coles is, in fact, the son of legendary rapper SweetFace Killah. But before the Nepo baby conversations get going, this is not just a fun fact I'm throwing into the review here, because Coles' relationship with his father, or lack thereof, is a pretty core theme on a lot of the tracks on this record, as they allegedly have not spoken in about a decade, resulting in a lot of songs and bars about feeling inadequate, rejection, self-acceptance, and the queer culture that Infinite Coles has now found a home in. Now, listening to this thing, musical talent has clearly not skipped a generation in the SweetFace family, but it manifests in very different ways on SweetFace Killah. The title track, for example, is not like, some boom bap epic or anything of that stripe. It's more of an electrifying, sleek pop rap number that's ready for the dance floor, with confrontational, confident bars too. It's frankly a badass opening whose only sin is that there's not another verse on it. But still, we do get a very impressive amount of versatility in just the 2 minutes that it lasts, because not only does SweetFace Killah have pen game, but also vocals too, like some real range, volume, and presence. Now, the momentum on this thing stays pretty high throughout the first half. We pretty much go full ballroom on the next couple of songs, DMs, as well as Boots, featuring Jules and Malay Zan. This has a couple of the catchiest choruses and refrains on the entire project. Where's my boots so I can eat a bitch? It's just amped, non-stop, thrilling hip house that just is eccentric, it's flamboyant, it's unapologetic, it's in your face, it's well written, it is very diverse. So many different moving parts, and yet they all hit. It is a total voguing anthem. You can feel the competitive tension in every beat. The record kind of smooths out a little bit here with the song Shoot, which has some throwback electro vibes to it before it is fully immersed in these really serene, beautiful, oceanic synth chords, which Infinite Coles' voice just swims through the entire time. And again, I'm just consistently loving the youthful energy applied to production and vocal styles that are just really knowledgeable, really studied when it comes to old school forms of dance and pop and R&B. Following this, we have a trio of pretty essential tracks on the record. We have Thankful, which is a super powerful piano-driven track with a shockingly good vocal performance. Like, damn. Again, I knew the bars were there from the teasers, but I had no clue that SweetFace Killah was going to kill it on the vocal front, smash it on the vocal front so hard, as this track takes me back to a lot of endlessly replayable radio jams from the 90s in the R&B, New Jack Swing, and pop lane. The Why It's Important interlude is a heartwarming moment that, while it is not a full song or anything like that, feels just as essential as any full song on the record. And Dad and I is this track is fucking amazing. Like, not only are the pumping beats and bittersweet keyboard chords just such a nice touch, but there are some tasteful echoes of tracks like TLC's Creep haunting this instrumental in such a great way. I'm just going nuts for Infinite Coles' storytelling here, the confessional writing. And this chorus is just so close to becoming a vocal tick for me. My dad and I don't see eye to eye. It's an absolute tearjerker too, especially when you take into account bars like listen up, cause here's the tea, you really hurt my feelings, don't want to be an enemy, see you can't even look at me. There is a lot of hurt, there's a lot of anger there, but simultaneously still a desire to connect and make things right. Now, as far as the last leg on this record goes, it is a bit of a mixed bag. Body Strong is another track that kind of heads in a piano ballad angle, but Thankful still kind of blows it out of the water, and does so with a better vocal performance and without instrumentation that kind of sounds like, I don't know, a musical monologue from a movie. Then Mama Song is a very lovely, dreamy house number with a great kind of collective rhythm section, but it doesn't really leave much of an impression until its final leg. BGM does have much stronger writing and vocals, in my opinion, but this track kind of sees Infinite Coles painting himself into a corner topically a bit at this point. And while the closing track is far from the boldest of the bunch, I can kind of see what it's doing conceptually, in that it very much sounds like an ode to the catwalk, but if you could pull off such a thing in a way that's dreamy and kind of ambient, almost like like an ending credits type moment. You're going off slaying into the sunset. But yeah, I mean, while this record is a little scant and it definitely starts a lot stronger than it finishes, I still came away from SweetFace Killah massively impressed with its rapping, with its singing, with its writing, with its production. How quick Infinite Coles was to get very personal and very intimate with what he was saying on this record with this newfound audience. I do kind of wonder where his sound has to kind of grow from here, though, and what exactly, you know, future verses and songs might look like in terms of what topics they may approach. Sure, further developments on the fronts that this album is sort of like approaching will most likely be fine. Personal relationships and family always make for a treasure trove of writing material, but simultaneously mostly focusing on that did lead to this album feeling a little one-dimensional. Still though, again, great first effort from Infinite Coles, and really excited to see where things go from here, which is why I'm feeling a decent to strong 7 on this one. Transition, have you given this album a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best, you're the best. What should I review next? Hit the like if you like. Please subscribe and please don't cry. Hit the bell as well. Over here next to my head is another video you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Infinite Coles, forever.